shirt or main, I can't tell. Yeah, if it's fish, they're fine. Yeah. I wouldn't trust nicknaming Wolf for any game. No, it's with a hothead. Open the door. She said she's caught him and open the door and cool it down. It's a very good solution. I'm trying to understand this bracket. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Like, who, so you just have this game. Fox is whole. So why would they move the game up when there's game 7? Which is,
Because this is winner bracket, this is legal. It doesn't matter, like, this 3-7 is close
And we are back for game number 2 of our loser bracket. Winner of this will play the White Foxes, who we just saw eliminate the holes, as we have our winner bracket set for Cobras versus Grizzlies. Now Anderson for the Blazers, in with a long shot. It's behind Fisher, and he's able to reach behind him and cover. Couple of them didn't check in. In comes Anderson. Anderson drives the net. Gives it across to Cade Villio. Finds Chima across. In front, tipped and scores. And the Blazers strike quick. It's over to Elijah Villio. Pass over to Elijah Villio. Elijah Villio to Cade Villio. Lets it go. It's going to go wide. Garb trying to fight for the puck and can't. Back over to Jackson Ruthven. Finds Crema. Across. Over to Abbott. Quinn Abbott. Drives in. Over to Barlowise. Barlowise shoots. And it's stopped by Babin. Crema. Back over to Abbott. Abbott looks around. Trying to spring free as he feeds the puck across over to Barlowise. Barlowise finds Crema. Crema back to Barlowise. Barlowise can't pull the trigger. Quickly the Blazers counterattack back the other way. Garb around. Controls. Garb tries to walk in front and give it over to Villio. He had Elijah waiting for the puck. Couldn't get the pass through to him. Carrier battling with Abbott into the corner. Abbott leaves the puck for Barlowise. Now over to Goodall. As he controls, he tries to spring ahead over Barlowise. Barlowise can't reach the puck though, so it's behind the net over to Elijah Villio. Elijah Villio. Over to, gets a return feed, Villio. Over to Chima, puts it wide. Trying to go to Chima. Can't take the pass. Puck's moved up ahead. It's on to Anderson on the right wing. Anderson in long shot high. Loose puck bouncing around. Now to Anderson. Fires one across over to Chima. Puck moved over to Cade Villio. Over to Anderson. Back to Cade Villio. Over to Chima. To Anderson. Anderson works his way in, shoots and scores. Who wears 86? It's Caleb Villio, right? So then Trent's not here? Because But then who's missing?
Pretty sure that's Trent. Yeah, Trent's wearing 86. No,
No? That's what I mean.
I think Trent's wearing.
Right? It's the only thing that makes sense.
That looks like Trent, does it not? He skates like Trent.
That's what I mean. But
That
he's
is Trent. That's Trent.
That is Trent, right? It was throwing me off me.
He's literally playing like him.
I know. That's what I was. Over to Gudo. Gudo comes in on the back end, throws it in front, and they go crashing into Babin. Now it's pulled ahead. Away comes Trent Villio. Into the corner. Trying to feed it across over to Elijah. Now Garb loses control. Backhand in front there. Stopped by Babin. Puck's loose behind the net. Comes over to Trent. Over to Carrier. Up over to Elijah. Elijah Villio controls. Moves it over to Cade Villio. Garb. Cade. Cade loses almost over to Kyle Johnson, but now moved over to Elijah Villio. Back over to Riley Carrier. Carrier. Cade Villio. Lets it go, just puts it wide, looking to go short side. Puck's going to be all the way around. Kyle Johnson picks up the puck. Now Garb has it, leaves it for Cade Villio. Carrier calling for a change. Chima on. Way comes Elijah. Elijah Villio down the right side, tries to feed it in front, bouncing puck. It's going to come over to Jackson Ruthven. Up over now, Quinn Abbott. Ball of Wise. Doesn't score. Crema with a nice move around. Feeds it across, back to Barlavois. Loses control of the puck. Now it's a quick odd man rush for the Blazers. And a great job defensively there by Quinn Abbott to break it up on the pass. Cade Villio into the corner. Garb comes in to help out. Cade Villio has it. Feeds it in front. And it's just tapped wide. Puck's around. Cade Villio has it. Down the right wing. Feeds it over to Garb. Garb, sharp angle shooting. And Fisher with the stop. And with 8:38, we'll go into our goalie timeout. Over to Crema. Crema, long shot. Stopped by Babin for the whistle. As we were just discussing, the Villios on the Blazers flew home from State Wars today, and none of their gear has made it back. So they are all playing with backup gear, as their main and backup gear both did not make it home. So they're all playing with not their sticks, not their own skates, not their own gloves, and not their own helmets. It's over to Abbott. Now to Crema. 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the first. Over to Barlowwise. Pulls it around. Crema. Barlowwise. Stopped by Babin. Now Villio. Elijah. Here comes Elijah Villio now. As he feeds it up over to Chima. Chima on the left wing. Across. Shot. Scores. Trent Villio. 3-0. Off the draw, Ben Ruthven's able to get the puck over to Nate Crema. 6:50 to go. Or as Jordy likes to call him, Nate the Great Crema. Feeds it over to Abbott. Abbott onto the left wing. Puck over to the near side. It's taken away. Now, here comes Cade Villio. Cade Villio sends it in front. Scores! Carrier! 4-0 for the Blazers. Now picked up there by Elijah Villio as he's on the right wing. Across. Finds Carrier. Carrier shot is high. Fisher makes the save. Loose puck along the near side. Garb steals it. Now to Elijah Villio. Back to Cade Villio. Finds Anderson. Now over to Chima. Chima. Trying to cut across. Has to backpedal and give it over to Elijah Villio. Now finds Anderson. Anderson. Villio shoots. Glove save Fisher. Now Elijah Villio walks in with a high shot. That's going to wrap all the way around and go back for Trent Villio with 5 minutes to play in the first. Trent turns the puck away. Now Ben Ruthven in with a long shot. Babin makes the save. And it's going to be fed right back to him, and he just freezes for the whistle. Now Elijah Villieu into the corner, battling for the puck. Loose along the wall. And the Blazers are able to pick it away, and Trent Villieu has it with 4:20 to go. Elijah Villieu tries to fire it across, and the puck's going to be up and out of play with 4 minutes to go in the first. Barlevois with a long shot. Easy blocker saved by Babin. Loose puck in the air. The great guys gather it, but they can't control. So Garb plays it around behind the net. Trent runs into Barlevois. That's going to be a penalty on Barlevois, it looks like, for tripping. For Trent just running into him. Not sure what Barlevois was supposed to do there. Big power play coming now for the Blazers as they lead by 4 with 3:30 to go. Cade Villieu across to Trent Villieu, down for Carrier. Back now to Trent Villieu. Across, Cade Villieu. Now to Trent Villieu. Trent sends it down low to Carrier. Carrier back across. Now to Cade Villieu. Blazers doing a great job controlling. Matt Garb has it. Sharp angle shot on Fisher, and Fisher squeezes and holds for the whistle. 1:25 remaining in the power play. Back for Elijah Villieu. Across, Cade Villieu. Down for Garb. Cade Villieu lets it go. Blocker to side by Fisher. Now Goodell for the great guys. Comes in down the corner. Now Elijah Villieu behind the net. 2:30 to go in the first. 50 seconds to go in the power play. In comes Matt Garb. Trying to feed it across. Fans on the pass. Back for Elijah Villieu. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Elijah Villieu pulls away on the right wing. Backhands in front and puts it high and wide. Puck's onto the near wing. Cade Villieu can't get it away. Now Goodell working in on the right wing. Goodell pulls away. Tries to center the pass. It's going to be blocked, and the puck's going to be up and out of play with 1:46 remaining. Off the faceoff, the Blazers have it, and Barlevois is out of the box. Great guys, kill off the power play. Blazers have it, puck down low. They try to throw it in front, and Anderson's stick snaps in half. Barlevois, high shot. Puck's gonna wrap all the way around. Now in front, Chima puts it wide. Johnson behind the net. Throws it in front. Oh, what a glove save by Babin! Now with speed, in comes Garb. With 40 seconds to go, Garb with a long shot, stick save by Fisher. Chima picks up the puck into the corner. Chima pulls away. Onto the right side, still controls. Gives it back to Cade Villio. 25 seconds to go. Fed over to Trent. Sends it down for Cade. Cade trying to slice his way in with a long shot, just put wide. Still 10 seconds to go. It's back to Anderson, and Anderson fires it all the way down. And that will just about do it for the first. After 17 minutes, it is the Blazers 4 and the Great Guys none. We'll be back for the second after the intermission. And we are back for the second period here in this loser bracket. It's up over to Kyle Johnson. Johnson takes the puck to the backhand. Trying to turn, and it's going to be lost. Anderson now has the puck, and it's played over to Trent Villio. Trent back to Cade Villio. Cade, long shot wide. Loose behind the net, Chima. Has it for the Blazers as he fires it around. Over to Trent. Trent's able to pull away. Have it on the right side with a long shot. It's going to go off the shaft of Fisher. Puck's into the corner. Krema picks it up. Sends it across over to Abbott. Abbott's shot's going to go wide. Trent trying to race up to the loose puck. Chima comes in. Across. Trent can't handle it. Not used to his skates or his stick. Ben Ruthven in with a long shot. Babin knocks that one away. Loose puck's behind the net. Krema to Abbott. Loses control of it over to Chima. Now Riley Anderson picks up the puck. Cross over to Elijah Villio. Over to Cade Villio. Over to Elijah. Long shot from Cade Villio right into Fisher, who just freezes for the whistle. Quickly in with a long high shot that's going to be deflected and up and out of play. Good chance for Bill. Now, Elijah Villio comes his way in, down the near side. Goes around the net, still controls. As he sends it back for Cade Villio. Up to Elijah. In with a long shot and scores. Beats Fisher on the blocker side. And it's 5-0. Little trouble for the great guys taking the puck off the wall, but they give it over to Barlowwise. Barlowwise on the right wing. Tries to throw it in front. Scrambling puck loose. And it's picked up. Now with speed. Away comes Anderson. And a penalty behind the play. It's going to be called. And then Anderson and Barlowwise, I believe, run into each other. Sorry, it was not Barlowwise. It's going to be a slashing call on Cade Villio. And it was Lucas Bill who Anderson ran into by accident. Off the draw. Great guys control on the power play as they trail by 5. They need something to get back in this game. They give it over to Goodell. Goodell finds Crema. To Goodell. He and Crema run into each other. Goodell throws one across. Back to Crema. Finds Goodell. Goodell overskates the pass. Anderson steals and just fires it down. Fisher has to play it behind. Up to Crema. Down to Goodell. In front. Ruthven puts it wide. Jackson, that is. Now Trent Villio. Pulls away from Goodell. Trent Villio by himself. Throws one on goal. Fisher with an easy stick save. Now Crema. Up over to Jackson Ruthven on the right wing. Fires it to Bill off his skate. Sorry, Barlowwise. Now to Crema. Barlowwise. Across to Ruthven. And a long shot. Stopped by Babin. Pucks into the corner. Barlowwise. Sends it across to Crema. Crema lets it go. It's blocked. Puck ricochets into the corner. Now over to Goodle. Goodle lets it go. Stopped by Babin. Puck's into the corner. Chima pulls it away. Now Chima cuts across. Cade Villio out of the box. Gets their feed from Chima. Across. Villio in. Shoots. Fisher with a great save. Played back for Elijah Villio now. Elijah Villio comes in to the backhand and sends the puck all the way around. It's going to be picked up there by Matt Garb. Garb trying to go up to Elijah Villio. Off the wall, can't handle the pass, but it's stolen by Carrier. Carrier over to Elijah Villio. Back to Garb. Across Carrier. And it's played down now for Cade Villio. 11 minutes remaining in this game. It is 5-0 for the Blazers. Loser goes home. Winner plays the White Foxes. Garb has it. Down for Elijah Villio. Up to Carrier. Back to Elijah Villio as he spins in the near side. Gives it back to Garb. Now Garb to Elijah Villio. Turning it over behind the net, but gets it back. Elijah Villio trying to pull the trigger, can't. Loses it over to Crema. Now Nate Crema back with Ben Ruthven. Crema walks in, shoots one. Babin deflects it wide. Now to Garb. To Elijah Villio. Can't pull the trigger. He had a great look from the slot. Back now to Ben Ruthven. Ruthven, long shot. Babin knocks it away. Babin's had a really strong game. A couple key saves in the first. Over to Abbott. Plays it off the wall to Crema. Crema tries to fire it across into the skates of Kyle Johnson. Now pulling away, it's Cade Villio. One-on-one against Abbott. Long shot by Cade Villio, blocker to side by Fisher into the corner. Abbott picks up the puck. Long shot. Into Abbott. Abbott has control. Feeds it down low to Kyle Johnson. Back over to Quinn Abbott. 8:45 to go as they trail by 5. Over to Lucas Bill. Bill's pass blocked and it ricochets back to his own side of center. So he gives it across to Quinn Abbott. Abbott trying to make a move down. Controls. Quinn Abbott. Long shot. Blockered into the side by Babin. Chima battles in the near corner. Fires the puck all the way down. Skips over Anderson. Fisher out of his goal. Has a great ability to play the puck. And it's up over to Jackson Ruthven. Ruthven long shot's going to go wide. Back for Abbott. Plays it into the slot. Stolen by Riley Anderson for the Blazers. Plays it around. It's Cade Villio. Around for Elijah Villio. Elijah Villio can't race up to that one. So it's back for Quinn Abbott. Nice little gentle soft pass to Barlowise. Barlowise across to Ruthven, who puts it wide. Now to Chima. To Elijah Villio. Walks into the backhand. Stop by Fisher, loose puck. On the rebound, it's put wide. Great chance for Cade Villio. Now Chima. Across to Elijah Villio. Back over to Cade Villio. Elijah Villio takes the pass from at center. He's able to hop step his way in. Elijah Villio in. Shoots. Oh, a good blocker save by Fisher. Now back to Chima. Back to Elijah Villio. Chima. To Anderson. Now Cade Villio. Overskates the puck as he turns it over. Now it's Jackson Ruthven. In on the right wing, trying to go 1-on-2 against Anderson and Trent Villio. Can't win it, but Abbott comes back to help out. And it's fed back over to Lucas Bill. Now over to Barlevoise. Two of the original great guys. And a penalty is going to be called against the Blazers with 6:28 to go as they lead by 5. And we'll go into our goalie break with 6:28 to go. Great guys, win it back to Goodell. 2 minutes here on the power play as they trail by 5 with 6:20 to go. Crema down for Johnson, and it's deflected up and out of play. Across. Kreml on the right wing. Over to Goodell. Goodell lets it go. Babin across, makes the save. Krema on the right wing. Gives it to Goodell. Lets it go, and Goodell scores on the power play. Krema across to Johnson. Looks for deflection in front. Doesn't find it. 5:30 now to go. And away comes Elijah Villio. He gets around everybody with ease as he tries to throw it to the backhand in front. Garb sends it back for Trent Villio as he settles the puck down. No, sorry, that's Carrier. Now Cade Villio. Now up over to Anderson. Anderson tries to feed it across. He does. And then the shot just goes wide on the near side post. Now it's back up over to Goodell. Goodell feeds it across. Krema lets it go. Loose puck. at the far side, and it can't be corralled. Now Crema has it. Up to Goodle. Goodle can't control it though. Now Elijah Villieu has it. 4:20 remains here. Elijah Villieu comes all the way down. Back to Chima. Chima pulls the puck away. Chima across. Anderson puts it high. Elijah Villieu. Back to Anderson. Great guys have the puck along the far side. Pass over to Jackson Ruthven. Ruthven on the right side. Tries to cut in towards the goal, and it's turned over. Now the Blazers back the other way. Partial 2-on-1 on Abbott. Trent Villieu around to the backhand. Stopped by Fisher. But Fisher can't squeeze the puck. Now it's over to Anderson. Anderson backhands it all the way back down for Cade Villieu. Trent Villieu back for Cade Villieu. Blazers are more than happy just to eat this clock. There's under 3 minutes to go and they lead by 5. Now it's Cade Villieu. Back to Trent Villieu. Over to Cade Villieu. Over to Chima. Trent plays the puck behind him. Up over to Garb. Garb comes in. And it's played all the way back. Elijah Villieu now back onto the floor. Just a little more than 2 minutes remain. Blazers are just trying to kill the clock. Over to Garb. Lets it go. It's going to be blocked. Puck ricocheting off the back glass. Stays in play. It's over to Jackson Ruthven. He's got 1:50 to work with. His team needs 4 goals. And it's turned over. Carrier in alone. Scores! And that's going to do it. It's 6-1 with 1:44 to go. So on Wednesday night, it is the Cobras versus the Grizzlies and the White Foxes versus the Blazers. Played over to the near side. A little bit of shoving there by Bill. Now back over to Elijah Villieu as he plays it behind his own net. Now it's Ben Ruthven turning the puck over. Elijah Villieu to Garb, who can't shoot. And it's back the other way as we're in the last minute of play. Here comes Ben Ruthven as it's turned over. And the Blazers just send the puck behind. It's over to Lucas Bill. Up to Kyle Johnson. Over to Abbott. Lets it go, and it's stopped by Babin with 39 seconds to go. Played down for Ben Ruthven. Great guy still fighting here in the last 30 seconds. Back over to Bill. Bill's pass is going to be deflected wide by Carrier. It's over to Quinn Abbott. A long shot, tipped wide. Kyle Johnson tries to pull it around. Poke check by Babin. Then a rebound shot wide. Back to Kyle Johnson. 10 seconds to go in the game. Over to Abbott. Long shot, and it's deflected in with 3 seconds to go, and that is going to do it for this game. And that's going to do it for the game. Blazers defeat the Great Guys by a final score of 6-2. And on Wednesday, you'll see 2 games. The Cobras taking on the Grizzlies in the winner bracket. And White Foxes versus Blazers. See you Wednesday night.